Hey, Leadheads. Welcome into the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast. This is episode 184. This is the show where we are going to kick off our 2017 SHOT Show coverage. And we've got a lot of great interviews. Before we get into that, I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors. So a super huge thanks goes out to our SHOT Show sponsor, Brian Borkowski at Asymmetric Technologies. Without those guys, it would be nearly impossible for us to do the type of coverage and have the access that we have had for the past, I guess it's 4 years now. So Asymmetric Technologies and Brian over there, thank you so much for making it possible for us to do these awesome interviews from SHOT Show each year. You guys are amazing. We love you and look forward to continuing our relationship. So you guys shoot Brian a big old thanks. Get on their website over there at Asymmetric Technologies. Shoot him a message through their email over there and just let him know that you Leadheads appreciate them making this possible for us to do each year as well. Obviously, Nordic Components, check them out at nordiccomp.com. And speaking of Nordic Components, our first interview is going to be with Nordic Components. It just so happens that this was our last interview of SHOT Show, but I wanted to get this information out to you guys because it's really cool, awesome. I think if you guys haven't heard yet, they have released a new pistol caliber carbine, and they call it the NC-PCC of all things. But a great interview with Shanon. Shanon was the developer of the PCC, and he's going to tell you guys a little bit more about it in our interview coming up. So you want to make sure you listen to that one. Frontier Tactical, check them out at frontiertactical.com, makers of the Warlock system, to be able to convert your AR-15 into shooting up to, I think, 90 calibers is what they have now. It just seems like they keep adding more and more calibers as they continue, but those guys also got their license to manufacture firearms. So those guys are going to be making full rifles now that will be compatible with their Warlock system. So good things coming from those guys. Check them out, frontiertactical.com. They were also at SHOT Show. We've got some interviews with them. A little hint, Nate Love there at Frontier Tactical brought along a friend, and you guys are really going to want to hear that interview. It's legendary Ranger Gary O'Neill. It's not going to be this episode, but that's going to be in a later edition of our 2017 SHOT Show coverage. Cobalt Kinetics, check them out at cobaltkinetics.com. Another group that we got to interview at the show was our good buddies on the Cobalt Kinetics shooting team, Keith, Rick, Nick, and Kalani. Always a entertaining interview with those guys, and again, that's going to be in a later episode. But you guys definitely don't want to miss that. They've got an announcement of some new products that they are releasing as well. So check them out at cobaltkinetics.com. Modern Spartan Systems. For all your lube needs, check out modernspartansystems.com. Marcus Kahn from Modern Spartan Systems made it to the convention, made it to the show, and they didn't have a booth set up, but he was able to make some great connections there, and we got to talk with Marcus quite a bit too. So that's, again, another interview that's going to be coming up down the pike. So check them out at modernspartansystems.com. X Steel Targets.
X Steel Targets.
You've heard me say it time and time again. These are the best, most affordable AR-500 steel targets on the market. And those guys were able to make it to SHOT Show as well. So I got to meet Bud for the first time at SHOT Show. But they had some targets set up at the Antares Alliance Range Day, which you guys formerly knew Antares Alliance as VFOB. They've changed their name, made the announcement at SHOT Show. They're no longer VFOB. It is Antares Alliance, and again, we're going to have an interview with those guys, with Casey Betzold, to explain and talk about the new group. It's everything that we talked about VFOB would be. Their exact same mission. They just changed the name. Glock, the official carry of Left Hand, of Talking Lead, and those guys are awesome. So I did things a little differently this year. I didn't have the private room that I normally have And I almost wasn't able to do the show this year at SHOT Show, but I put out the rally call, and all my good friends answered the call, and Glock was one of them. Corey over there at Glock, really appreciate him helping us be able to continue the show by offering some booth space there for us to set up. Palmetto State Armory, Jamin, the owner over there, Adam, gracious enough to also host us one day. So we were kind of bouncing around from day to day, setting up the show at these different booths. So you're going to hear some background noise. It's the crowds, it's the SHOT Show crowds, but I think it gives it a nice feel, a little different feel to our interviews this year, but still didn't take anything away from our interviews. If anything, it added. So really appreciate those guys. And Raphael and Michael and Jennifer Saldoni over there at Eagle Imports, also great friends, great group of people that helped us adapt and overcome the situation that we had with our room by allowing us to set up at their booth as well. CJ Johnson at Wolf, also with the Big 3 East Media Group, offered his booth as well. I decided on Thursday that I was going to take a break and rest my pipes, and lugging that equipment around from booth to booth, from the hotel room back to each booth, kind of took its toll on me as well. But we adapted, we overcame, we prevailed, and we're bringing you guys some awesome interviews this year. So we're going to kick it off, like I said, with the Nordic Components interview that I did with Shanon. And then we're going to get into an interview that we did at Palmetto State Armory's booth with Chris Chang, who joins us. It wouldn't be a SHOT Show without Chris Chang. So we get our good buddy Chris Chang on. And then, by the way, who drops in? But Adam Ranala of Palmetto State Armory brings his friend Carl Malone. That's right, Carl the Mailman Malone joins us at SHOT Show. And those guys have an awesome program called the American Way Conservation Society. That's the AWCA. And it's a great grassroots movement that Carl and Adam at Palmetto State Armory are kicking up. And we were able to get Chris Chang on board. Colleen Noir is going to be part of this. A whole slew of other people. But listen to that interview. They'll tell you more about what's going on with the AWCA and how you guys can take part and help make it a success. So also what we're going to do on this episode is I'm going to announce the winner of our iTunes feedback little competition that I had thrown out there to you guys. So what I did is I went back to everybody who's left feedback this year for us, 2016 year, and just randomly picked a winner to that. And at the end of the show, we're going to announce who that winner is. And they're going to win an awesome Talking Lead swag package that is going to include a SOG knife, some Modern Spartan Systems oil products, a lot of different patches, stickers, probably be some hats in there, no telling what else. So it's going to be a really nice package. And like I said, we're going to be announcing that winner at the end of the show. So make sure you listen through the entire show to see who that is. So with this first episode, we're going to kick it off with Nordic Components. We're going to get in with Chris Chang, Adam Ranala with Palmetto State Armory, and Carl Malone. And I think that's just like more awesomeness than you guys can handle. So instead of me throwing in more interviews, we'll let you digest this episode. And then we're going to have interviews with, like I said, Gary O'Neill, Casey Betzold with Antares Alliance, CJ Johnson and Steve with Wolf Ammo. Cap Arms joins us. Streamlight. We get to get our first interview with Streamlight. Our good buddies Atlas Defense are coming up. We even got an interview with Big Daddy Hoffman. Thanks to our good friend Jody for setting that up. Rob Pincus, not been on the show for a while, but we get caught up with Rob. Another great interview. Then we do an interview with the three Richards and a Ralph, which if you guys remember that episode from the Big Three, all the Richards get together and Ralph, and we're going to start doing kind of a thing with that. Every time we're at an event together, we're all going to get together and have a little fun show. So that's going to be a good episode. You guys don't want to miss that one. Tim with Tactical Walls. Tactical Walls has got some great new products they're getting ready to release, or actually they're already available. So go ahead and check them out at tacticalwalls.com, and you'll see what we're talking about there. We met some new companies. Adventure Knives is going to be on with us. Unique ARs, awesome custom-made AR handguards that you could pretty much get anything cut into those handguards that you want. And we got some cool pictures, and we got to interview those guys. Ran into our buddies at Devil Dog Concept, Roy over there, and the Hard Charger, and of course Kel-Tec. Chad over there at Kel-Tec and his buddy Matt came and joined us, got caught up on what's going on with those guys. They've got some new things going on over there at Kel-Tec that you're not going to want to miss. Like I said, the Cobalt Kinetics team and many more. I mean, it was an awesome show, and we're just going to go ahead and get into it. So you guys sit back, enjoy, and make sure you pay attention to the show and listen for the winner of the Talking Lead swag package.
Nordic Components is an American-owned manufacturing company proud to produce quality products right here in the USA. As a company, we continually invest in our manufacturing capabilities to ensure that all of our products are the highest quality and most efficiently produced parts available. The Nordic Components business consists of two segments, manufacturing and sales. Our manufacturing business works to provide custom machine components for a variety of applications, with our specialty being firearm components. The sales business produces lines of branded firearm accessories to enhance and elevate the shooting experience. We are a company owned and operated by individuals devoted to shooting sports, and many of us shoot competitively. We attend and sponsor a number of events around the country each year where we listen to you, the consumer, and are proud to say that all of our firearm components are a direct result of your input. As a firearms accessory provider, our aim is simple: provide shooting enthusiasts with innovative products of uncompromising performance and reliability. Nordic Components. Check us out at nordiccomp.com.
All right, guys. We are getting ready to wrap up the 2017 SHOT Show, the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast coverage of the aforementioned show. It's been a long week, man. This is the last day. And finally, Nordic Components shows up. Yay!
Yeah,
Shanon.
all right.
Glad you could make it, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I could make it as well.
Well, this is kind of the topic, the subject that I've been wanting to talk about all week.
Cool.
You know, we've been waiting for it for a few months now. I know you guys have been having to bite your tongue and throwing a few teasers out there.
Yeah, had to tease everybody up a little bit.
That's right. But you guys had one of the probably the more, if not the most talked about product released here at SHOT Show this week with the NC-PCC.
Correct.
And I'll let you tell what our listeners what that means.
Well, the NC-PCC is the PC. NC stands obviously Nordic Component.
Nordic Components, right.
And you guys can figure the rest out. PCC is pistol caliber carbine.
Spam. There it is. They just did that.
Yep. So we launched our 16-inch 9mm that takes Glock mags or M&P mags.
Or, wait, what a minute.
Yep.
What a minute. How's that happen?
That's not a mistake. You heard it right.
So you just pull one mag out, Glock, put another mag Smith & Wesson in there? Is that how that works?
No, not quite that simple.
Okay.
A little more complex than that.
A little more, but it's really simple.
I'm sure you'll be able to handle it. It's just a takedown pin, and real similar to the rear takedown pin or the front takedown pin on an AR-15, except it's located right behind the magwell.
Yeah.
Push it over and pull it out. Drop in a new magwell. The magwells will come with a lifter because this system does lock the bolt back on the last round.
Right.
So
which is cool.
Yeah, very cool. All the controls, standard AR-15. Really excited about it. I think it's going to be a good product for us.
Well, I think it's a hot product, and I think it's already proved that here during SHOT Show with the amount of sales you said you guys have already racked in with it. So that's awesome, man.
Yeah, we don't have a final tally, but
it's going to be good.
Yeah, I think it's going to surpass what we expected, and that's always a good thing.
Yeah. So you guys got to get Yarmo to get you a booth next year.
Yeah, we're working on it.
You probably could have had triple, the sales. But it's hard to get in the show, So
yeah, it's pretty full up, and we've been trying for the last couple of years. So
now
maybe next year will be the year.
Could be. I probably think it will be. I think they were very impressed with your product, so they may bump you up ahead of a few people. So
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Now that's not the only good news that you guys brought to SHOT Show. Drum roll, please. You also dropped
the 308.
There it is. Bam. Finally. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yep.
And ladies and gentlemen, it is here, the 308. And you've got not only just the 308, but you've got 4 versions of your 308.
We do. So we have a 16-inch lightweight, which we kind of designed to be something kind of portable for the hog hunter or anyone who wants to take a 308 AR-10 out in the field.
Right.
Keep the weight down. Comes in around, I believe, and don't quote me on this.
Don't quote me.
But I believe it's around that 7.5.
It is that, maybe give or take, but it's just like your AR-15.
It's like picking up an M4. I mean, it's
right.
a 16-inch barrel. It's pretty compact.
Yeah.
Let
me put it this way: your typical AR is the way it feels. Now the Nordic Components ARs are still even lighter. They're NC-15s.
Yeah.
Are still even lighter, but yeah, I mean, I had it. I had the opportunity to shoot it at the Antares Alliance range day, and I was really impressed with it. It felt great. I mean, the same high, tight tolerances that you guys are known for, the accuracy. We were just ping, 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 plinging it away, and then the lightweight. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think everyone really enjoyed shooting it. I know media day. We had guys running out to 700 yards, so we were pretty excited about that.
There you go. Just Joe Schmo off the line there, hitting 700.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was a lot of fun.
And another cool thing about it is you guys have a different little color for it, right?
Yeah.
You're going with the sniper gray?
We got sniper gray, and we got FDE, flat dark earth. And then, of course, you gotta have black.
Got to have the black, yeah.
So
otherwise, they couldn't call it a black rifle, right?
Right.
Well, that's good. So I'm sure sales for that have been going well.
We're not selling that one yet.
Okay,
we brought it here as a little teaser.
Damn it, man! Damn it.
Yep. But we think first quarter.
Okay.
This year. So.
All right. So I'm going on a hunt in February, and we're going to do some night hunting.
Oh.
And I'm going to be taking the NC-15, the 300 blackout.
You hunting hogs?
We're hunting. Well, that's why I need the 308, because I want to shoot the hogs with the 308.
Yep.
We're going to be doing coyotes, fox, varmint hunting type thing.
Yep.
But hogs, we're hoping to get some hogs in there too. And if you think bigger shows up, then
for hogs,
better.
I think you definitely want that 308.
Yeah. I mean, the 300 blackout will work great, but I want to take the 308 out, man.
Yeah.
So you think you might be able to get me one by February?
It's possible.
Yeah, okay.
It's possible.
All right. So my buddy Nick Atkinson, and he shoots for the Cobalt Kinetics 3-gun team, has invited me down. He started a new channel called Beastmaster.
Oh, nice.
And they're going to be specializing in night hunting with thermal and night vision type stuff.
You're going to love that.
Yeah. So mounting one of those big boys on the Nordic 308, it's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. I'm jealous. You're going to take me with.
Well, we might have to work something out, yeah. We'll get this first one up under our belt and see how it goes.
Right.
Definitely. So you a big hunter?
Yeah, I hunt quite a bit.
Okay, so for our listeners, they're not familiar with you. Casey's been on the show before. I think Zach's been on before. This is your first time on.
Yep.
Tell everybody a little bit about what your role is there at Nordic.
My role, I've had
genius.
I've had several roles, but about a little over a year ago, I was offered the product development position, and
you turned it down, right?
Yeah, I think not at first.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of, I've had this 9mm project in the back of my head, kicking around for quite a few years now, and it was just, I was like, all right, guys, if I'm going to be product development leader, here we go. Buckle up. We're going to do this.
Get ready.
Yep.
Yeah. And you did it, and you did it well.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So pretty excited about it. It's like one of my kids almost, you know.
Oh, it's your baby.
Yeah.
No doubt. No doubt. So you're a product development manager, right?
Yep.
Head of that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
How many people you got working in that department?
I basically got a couple engineers.
Yeah.
And I work with them daily basis, you know. I'm not an engineer by trade, but I got a couple smart guys that are.
There you go.
They just need a little direction.
So you're the idea guy. You're like, hey, here's my idea. You guys make it happen.
Well, yeah, we work through it.
Yeah. That's
And,
what you got to do, yeah.
Yep. So it's a lot of fun.
Very cool. So is there anything else that we need to know that's coming down the pike or that you can talk about maybe?
We got some more stuff in the hopper, but nothing we can talk about right now.
Nothing in great detail. I'm seeing with your 9mm pistol carbine, I mean, obviously being able to switch out and do all the different mags. You got more coming to where, 2011s,
Brenda 92 coming.
Brenda 92. I mean, the list could be endless on your compatibility with the 9. I'm seeing multi-calibers maybe coming. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, but yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely looking at multi-calibers. You have to.
Yeah.
Got to look into the 40. Get a lot of people. 40 with law enforcement's kind of slowing down, but
right.
There's still a market there, and there's still a lot of
people
LEs
always wanting that
using it.
45 too.
Yep.
In a pistol carbine.
Yep. We're gonna look into that as well.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's really doing that.
There's a few out there.
There might be, what are they called?
A Thompson submachine gun.
Thompson submachine gun, yeah, absolutely. I was thinking, what's the thing? High Point. They don't do a 45, do they? I think there's just a 40 and a 9, right?
I believe so.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, so, I mean, there's not a lot that are like specialized in the carbine business that have that. But yeah, Thompson, yeah.
Yeah, they're still producing one.
Yeah.
So, semi-auto version, but yeah, we're definitely gonna look in it. Nothing's out of question. It's just right now we're gonna, I got 14, 15 magazines on my desk right now that I want. My goal is to start chewing through most of the major service pistol 9mm platforms, and
like
get a
SIG
magwell.
and
SIG, CZ, all Walter,
F&N.
HK. Yep.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at all of them.
Cool.
Cast a big net, catch more fish, right?
That's right, man. Yeah.
So, and I want to offer
variety is a spice of life.
Exactly.
Hells yeah.
And shooters like us, how many pistols you have at home and how many boxes of magazines?
I can always use one more.
Yeah. So.
Always use one more. Yeah, it brings life to your old, equipment. Makes you want to get it back out and use it again. So.
Yep.
That's very cool. And of course, the functionality, rail systems, and all that's fully functional.
Yep. If you're familiar with our NC-15, it uses the same upper, same handguard. Like I said, all the controls on the lower are the same as an AR-15. So.
Yeah. And then you guys did something a little special with the buffer and the bolt on this pistol carbine.
Yep. So the bolt is a 2-piece bolt. So if you can envision right behind the firing pin, it splits there into 2 pieces. And what that does is it gives us options for that tail, so we can change the weight. We can put a hole in it for captured buffers type systems.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives us a lot of flexibility with dialing the system in. Obviously, when we went into this, we were looking at multi-caliber platforms. So
being able to expand it from its current platform. Yeah.
Yep. So the 2-piece was almost a must-do.
Yeah.
So to give us a little more flexibility. We do make our own buffers for the system. Most of the firearm is made in-house.
Yeah.
And we have multiple weight buffers, so help us out with all
different
these
grains.
Other calibers.
Yep. Yeah, and the calibers. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, this being your first time on the show, we have a line of new guy questions. I'm not going to hit you with all of them, but I'll hit you with a couple of them here. And it just helps our audience get to know. I don't know what that is. Are we in a parking garage?
I don't know. I thought you were hitting the sound effects button over there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, and this will be interesting for a guy like yourself. Laws be damned, rules be damned. If you could have any firearm in the world, what would you have? Price be damned, laws be damned.
If I didn't have to pay for ammo?
If you didn't have to pay for ammo.
Well, that's easy. A G minigun.
Okay.
Linaro Minigun.
Yeah.
If it had to be portable, probably an American 180, the 22 long rifle. You familiar with that?
What's that?
It kind of looks like a Tommy gun, but it's got a rotary drum that sits up on top. A 22 long rifle, and I believe the drums hold 275 rounds.
Wow.
Rate of fire is like 1,400 rounds.
And you're shooting the 22 long.
Yeah.
Oh wow, man, that's like getting in a hornet's nest, isn't it?
Yeah. If I could have one machine gun, that would probably be it.
That's cool. Yeah.
But if you took all the restrictions off and I didn't have to pay for ammo, it'd be an electric minigun. But,
well, yeah, absolutely. That's cool. So if you could, no, I'm going to go back to pop culture. Pop culture. What is your go-to, whether it's a book, a movie, a song, a YouTube channel, whatever it may be, that's gun-related, firearms-related?
Oh, boy.
Like if you were going to go watch a movie that was firearms-related, which one would you go? What's your, that's my go-to? It don't have to be a movie, but that's an example.
I like the new John Wick movie.
Okay.
That's kind of...
Is it out yet?
Well, I'm not... I guess I should say the first John Wick movie's pretty good.
Okay.
I like
two's coming out.
Yep. Two's coming out. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward right now of firearms movies,
Yeah.
That's the one I'm looking forward to right now.
Okay. Cool. So what about TV series? Growing up, what was your...
Growing up? Boy,
yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of TV growing up. I lived in the country, so...
Did you have TV?
Well, we had TV, but man, I got home and I grabbed a gun usually, and I was out doing something.
So how old were you when you got to go out, shoot your first gun?
Oh boy, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I was pretty young,
Are you from Minnesota?
Yep.
Okay, so you're from Minnesota. All right. So what was the first one that you could call, this was my gun? Yeah.
Well, a real gun, I bought Marlin Model 60, the tube-fed semi-auto.
Right.
I think I was 12 or 13 when I bought that.
Yeah.
And that was my first gun. I could keep it in my bedroom and take it out hunting whenever
it was yours, right?
Yeah, it was mine. I paid for it.
Yeah. Awesome.
So bought it from my uncle. One of those deals.
Yeah.
Uncle helped me out.
Gave you a good deal, I'm sure.
Yep. So.
The old uncle discount.
Yep. Still got that thing. Still shoot it.
You still got it, okay?
Oh yeah. You can't get rid of the first one.
Yeah, that's right. You'd be surprised. Some people have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm a little bit of a collector. I'm not a big scale collector, but
Yeah. Are you more into the older guns or what?
I like the modern stuff. Obviously, stuff with sentimental value.
Yeah.
Hand downs, I like that. And then I like the modern stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not into.
So are you into the handguns? You into the rifles? Or a little bit of both? Shotguns?
I'm a diehard handgun guy.
All right.
If I wanted to go out and shooting just for fun, just to have some fun, I like the handguns. That's why I really like this pistol caliber carbine because, you can shoot steel up close with it.
Yeah.
It brings that whole new aspect. Shooting a handgun, but you can shoot it faster, drive it harder, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I like that. But
that's cool.
Yeah, and of course I like all the evil black rifles.
Yeah.
Those are.
Well,
my
they're not
favorite.
evil anymore.
No.
Or hopefully,
Well, yeah, we're not going to get into that.
As if they ever were, but
no,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a new president.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Awesome. Yeah, we won.
Inauguration was today. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
This place, was blowing the roof off of it.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody was excited.
A lot of hooting and hollering.
I think there'll probably be a lot of hooting and hollering tonight as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So when are you guys headed out?
We fly out in the morning.
Okay. So you gotta get your stuff packed up and headed out. Going back to Minnesota.
Oh yeah.
You got any other shows or events that are coming up?
Nothing on the books. I know we're talking about doing NRA.
Yeah.
like to get a booth for NRA, so we're going to look into that.
Okay. Yeah. The Big 3 East, I've been telling Casey and Zach about the Big 3 East, which is an event that happens in March and in October. And been trying to get you guys to go out to that. I think it would be very worth your while.
Right.
But yeah, so keep hounding him about that event.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We got some good momentum going here. I think we got to kind of keep rolling with it.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and you know that we're here to help you guys out any way we can.
Absolutely. You guys have been doing awesome.
We appreciate everything that Nordic Components has done for us, and looking forward to continue our relationship, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And if I can get you in on that hunt, it goes two ways. I know there's a lot of stuff that goes on up in Minnesota as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
So up next for us in Talking Lead and Nordic is we got to come up and we got to get a tour of the factory. We got to do the factory tour. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, you got to shoot some video footage of that too.
Yep. Absolutely. Yep, it'd be cool.
Yeah, you'll enjoy that. It's really fun. I used to I started out with Nordic, running machines, and worked my way into doing setups, and then I managed the machining side of it for a while, did purchasing, and so it's still kind of fun for me to go back on the shop and watch all the chips fly.
Reminisce, rub it in on the other guys, haze them a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Good deal. All right, I know we got to get out here to get ready to shut this show down. Make sure you guys check out Nordic Components at nordiccomp.com. You can get their rifles pretty much anywhere now. So if your gun shop is not carrying them, tell them to check with RSR, the RSR group.
Or Bill Hicks.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So you added Bill Hicks.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
We picked up runnings at this at the show this week too.
Congratulations. This has been a great show for you guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They're not as a distributor, but they had like 60 some stores.
Big retailer.
Yeah, they're a big like Fleet Farm.
Yep.
And they do a lot of firearms and stuff, and they came through. They're excited to get on board, so
yeah.
You'll be seeing our stuff in runnings as well.
There you go.
Pretty excited about that as well.
So check them out, Leadheads, and you can always find them on our website as well. Link to them there. And the pistol card, we didn't talk price, but it's somewhere around what, $15.99. $15.99.
Your pick of the three models.
Yeah, and that's MSRP.
Yep.
And then you can get the additional magwells for, is it like $150?
$149. Yep.
$149.
MSRP on the magwells.
There you go. All right, Shanon, thank you so much for being on.
Hey, Marty, it's a pleasure being here.
And I look forward to talking about the next huge release coming up. Tease.
Yeah.
But the 308 also, check it out. It's not out yet, but it's coming, right?
It's coming.
Yep.
Well, I just got a few little minor tweaks to get worked through, and that'll be hitting the shop floor.
I know there's a lot of lead heads that are chomping at the bit to get that. So release the hounds, baby. Release the hounds.
Yeah. It's just the 9mm and SHOT Show. It was crunch time.
Yeah.
Yep. It was all hands on deck to get that 9mm here. So.
Yeah. Well, we're glad you did. It's a beautiful piece of work there.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
All right, lead heads, I'm being a little sneaky on you here. I told you that I was going to announce the winner of the Talking Lead swag package for the iTunes feedback at the end of the show, but I'm doing it now. So if you fast forwarded to the end to see if you were the winner, surprise, you're going to have to go back and listen to the whole show to find this, because I'm not telling you where it's at. All right, so without further ado, drum roll please. And the winner of the iTunes feedback Talking Lead swag package is Dr. Anderson 007. So Dr. Anderson 007, get in touch with me, send me an email at talkingled@gmail.com, and I'm going to give you 2 weeks to claim your prize, and if I hadn't heard from you, then I'm going to pick another winner. On with the show, lead heads.
All right, Leadheads, welcome back to the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast. This is our 2017 coverage of SHOT Show.
Yeehaw!
Woohoo! And we got the Chris Chang in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, it's good to be here.
It wouldn't be a Talking Lead coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show if we didn't have Chris Chang on. It's not a complete show without Chris Chang.
Thanks for having me on. It's always great catching up and talking shop.
Yeah, and we're glad that you are back.
I'm back.
Last time you were on, I think you were going to take a hiatus and take some time off. But
yeah, like a lot of
you're back.
Like a lot of people, working in the industry, I have a day job.
Right.
So, 2016 was a great opportunity for me to really lean into my day job. I took a new job in Silicon Valley. It was very demanding, but also very rewarding. A lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears type situation.
Right.
But I'm really excited to be here at SHOT Show. As well as I do that, this is an extended family.
Yes.
For all of us. A lot of us travel. We are hanging out on the road all the time, and SHOT Show is just a really great family reunion.
Family, yeah.
For as far as I'm concerned, and also, just great to see new products. That's always exciting. New initiatives, new announcements. A lot of things that happen in the industry oftentimes get announced at SHOT Show. So
right.
it's exciting to be here on the ground floor.
So, what have you got going on right now? What's new and exciting? Because you're back. So what's your path now?
Yeah, one of the continual projects and initiatives that I've been involved with is the Nssf Outreach Council.
Right, we talked about that.
Yeah, so that's one thing I kept on my plate all through last year.
Great.
Was keeping an eye on how do we continue to reach new audiences, to get more people of color. If you're LGBT, whatever religion you are, clearly more women, getting them involved in the shooting sports, in just the basics of firearms and safe handling, safe usage of firearms, and really promoting the message that firearms ownership, personal protection, these are universal American values that anybody who wants to come learn how to shoot, how to protect themselves, how to hunt,
right.
There is a place for you here in the shooting community.
So how's that gone since it launched?
It is. It's a brand new initiative for the industry. We're in our second year.
I was going to say, I think it was 2 years ago when we first talked about it.
Yeah, and if you think about big initiatives, regardless of what industry you're in, big initiatives and big change doesn't happen overnight.
Sure.
It doesn't even happen in a few short years.
Right.
It takes a multi-year, sometimes
Decades.
right? Decades of sustained
But this is
focus.
something that will never, it's one of those things that'll continually, what am I trying to say here? So you're talking about how things take time to progress. This is something that will continue to evolve. That's the word I'm looking for. It's going to evolve, So,
and that's the exciting part.
I think it's going to keep morphing and changing as they're bringing in more and more people into the industry.
That's absolutely right. And the opportunity here is the industry has never concentrated and focused energy and thought into this challenge, right? How do we expand the shooting community beyond the base? Ooh, I'm getting a little felt up, and I don't even care who it is, but it feels good. Oh man, hey, it's Carl Malone.
Carl Malone, ladies and gentlemen.
I got that one for free.
There you go.
That's pretty amazing.
So he's got the biggest hands in the house, and then we got the second pair of biggest hands, under these roofs at SHOT Show here next to us. Adam is joining us again.
What's going on?
We got to turn the mic on.
Some people would be prepared for us to come. You just turned mic on. Are you saving my
I
electricity?
got distracted by the back rub. I was hoping I was going to get one.
Are you saving my electricity? Yeah, that's so kind of you. Yeah.
Marty's just jealous. He wants a back rub. Carl might owe him one afterwards.
He can reach me.
That's
from
right.
over there too, man.
And your head's about the size of a basketball, so right.
Absolutely,
If you need a scalp massage, so
You can get one of those. You can work one of those out. So, guys, it's the perfect timing that you joined us. Chris was telling us about the initiative that he's part of with Nssf here, with the Diversity Committee. You guys are starting something
new here at Palmetto State as well.
We are. We've developed, if you look above you, it's called the American Way Conservation Society. And what that is conserving the real truth that is the American way. And the American way is very simple. It states that this country is a melting pot of people. We had somebody earlier say it's opaque. There is no color, there is no sex, there is no creed, there is no religion, there is no sexual orientation. It is every person's right to exercise the way they believe it should be done, as long as they're doing it within the confines of the law.
Right.
And with that comes the Second Amendment. And the Second Amendment is just as powerful as that. We all know that nobody has a right anymore, or never had a right, but has even a perception of that, to look you in the eye and tell you you can't be a Christian, or to look you in the eye and tell you
you can't do something.
You can't be white, or you can't be anything. You know why? Because it's America. So why would we let that perception change when it came to the Second Amendment?
Absolutely.
But we don't want to go across it in a controversial manner, because we all know you get a lot more bees and get them in with honey than you do with vinegar.
You catch the bees with the honey, baby.
So
bears too, though, sometimes.
they like the same thing.
Yeah,
that's right.
So Carl, as he likes to say, we want to extend an olive branch, and that is to say, let's sit down and have a civil conversation about what is the issue at hand, and that is Second Amendment. There's so many people out there that are so misinformed in regards to what a firearm is and what the Second Amendment is, and that,
or the people that own those firearms.
Yeah, that misinformation leads to fear, and fear leads to an antagonist aspect in terms of going against what they fear.
Ignorance is a dangerous tool.
It really is. But we don't want to tell somebody they're ignorant. We want to ask them, do you want the opportunity to become informed? And after being informed, if you still have that view that guns aren't for you, that's okay.
At that point, they're not ignorant because they become educated.
Exactly. That's their right.
Yeah.
So let's sit down, and what we want to do is we want to create a panel. And it's really awesome that you brought Chris here today, because I've been begging to meet you actually for
a while.
2 months now.
Yeah,
when Carl and I first started thinking about this, because we want to create a diversified committee and a panel to go across the country in these forums and sit down and say, Mothers Against Gun Violence, Mothers Demand Action, come sit with us, talk with us, express your concerns. Any organization that is anti-firearm, we welcome you. Sit down with us. Tell us your statistics. Tell us why you think it's bad. And we're going to let you finish, and we're going to sit there with a smile. And at the end of it, we're going to explain our side, and then hopefully we can break bread and go to fellowship. And having,
it's an awesome concept.
Having a diverse.
You come up with this, Carl?
Well,
is this your idea?
No, we kind of came up with it.
Kind of together?
And I'm going to tell you something that's a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
In this.
Wait, what's wrong? Not interesting with what I said?
No.
A lot more interesting. It's Carl Malone. Now you want to listen.
It's Carl Malone. That alone is more interesting. Come on, Adam.
So I got a question for you. I bet you if you line up 100 people, all 100 will say, I'm getting paid.
Right, yeah.
Palmetto.
Right.
No.
Not a dime.
I have not got a dime. And we said we're going to create something that's special.
So you guys create a partnership here.
Exactly.
It's a partnership.
It's a partnership.
Okay.
And one of the things we're going to do is educate our inner city. People got a misperception that it's just all black or Hispanic.
Right.
It's whites. It's all
everything.
creed. Yeah, absolutely. So to be educated, or someone can come and tell you something and have a conversation that's meaningful. Not a conversation that...
Not an argument.
No. Look at all the shows out there now.
Yeah.
They get all these experts. Now, you can do a lot with the knowledge they have, but they spend their time yelling at each other.
Right.
And then at the end,
they accomplish nothing.
Nothing. So we got together with this initiative, and we're excited about it. It's going to be awesome. So we're going to have a diverse panel.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's going to be awesome.
So I guess the question now is, Chris, are you in?
I'm game. And this has been something I've been really focused on. It's a part of my professional brand in the industry, is to attract more people from diverse and varied backgrounds. And part of the issue is to a significant extent, there is already a fair amount of diversity in the shooting community and in the industry, but there can always be more, right?
I've always said that our industry is always been the most diverse industry out there that there is anyway.
Right.
They try to paint, like you said, they try to paint us as a certain stereotypical
right.
Bubba, backwood,
there you go. Yeah, it's
country boy, but this is the most diverse. I mean, look at the diversity we have just sitting at this table right
Oh,
here.
yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. Well,
we got a prep and me. We got a African American. We got an Asian American, and then we got
You got
the
a drunk
hippie.
Irishman
The
right
drunk
here.
Irishman.
And then we got Marty.
Yeah, the mutt. We'll call him the mutt. Yeah,
That cute little redhead over there.
yeah, absolutely.
But you know, one of the things that we're going to do is we're coming on your turf. Like we're going to D.C., we're going to L.A., we're going to New York, we're going to all the places that they want to fear us.
Right.
You shouldn't fear. I tell people all the time, I'm 53, 5 years old is when I shot my first 22 single shot with my mom.
Nice.
And she walked us out back and said, okay, bang, you dead, you dead. Do not play with guns. No. See
Just
how,
like that.
See how you looked at me?
Right.
My eye was big as saucers. At 7 and 8 years old, me and my brother had a single shot 410 hunting squirrel, me and him. And we did that for
Alone.
the rest of our life. Alone.
That's the way I grew up too.
See, alone.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about it. It's not cowboys and Indians.
My
now.
parents
It's real.
taught me to respect and how to use a firearm properly, and they trusted me to go out and use that on my own. You know, go hunting.
And you know what's amazing to me? We so ready to pounce on our Second Amendment right. Right?
Right.
My beliefs, you earn that right to be a responsible firearm
Absolutely.
owner. And if you lose that right, I'm not one of those guys that give it back to you if you did something stupid.
Right.
Because a gun is like fire. It'll heat your house, warm your food.
Yep.
And it's the only thing I know out there that do not discriminate. When it is fire, it don't care what color you are, it don't
Yep.
care what gender, it
Don't
don't
care
care.
if you're inanimate or not.
You disrespect it, it'll burn your life down.
So you know what's amazing to me, and I know I'm excited and I'm passionate about it. So I look at the stereotype, right? So, all right, just man to man here now. I got a loaded gun in my crotch.
Appendix carrying.
Dumb.
No, he's saying the gangster way.
Oh, the
where it's-
gangster
Yeah.
way.
No,
Okay.
the gangster way. And the other one is
Gangsta carry.
In the back. Yeah,
And
small
then-
the back.
sideways. Who do that? No, but that's what I'm
The
saying.
movies.
The movies.
do
The
it.
movies
So-
are our
Pop
worst
culture.
enemy.
Pop
So you know
culture.
what we're going to do? I'm going to have fun with it. I'm going to show it, and we're going to laugh about it, and we're going to have a conversation, and then I'm going to get totally serious.
Right.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, that's the wrong way to do it.
That's not how we do it. Well, like I told Adam, whether we got one person or 1,000, it's worth it to me. And I'm
Right.
not trying to make you shoot guns, but I want to educate you on it, and I'm an NRA member.
You want to address the issues that they have against it.
Right.
It's
Absolutely.
like why are you against firearms? You know, what's your issue? So you're bringing these kind of people together that may have these questions or these concerns. Maybe
Right.
they've got concerns about them too. You know, maybe they're not just haters.
Right.
They've got a legitimate concern about it.
Right.
You know,
So then,
or an irrational fear. You know.
Well, how about this? You come to us. No, we will come to you.
You come to us.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. And then you tell us about it. Every one of us can have some connection to something that had to do with guns. My father committed suicide with a gun when I was 5. All right, so let's get all that out of the way.
Yeah.
So now let's have a conversation. So I understand that maybe a friend of yours committed. We understand that. So we all are the same.
Yeah.
So let's have a conversation and let's say, okay, here's what we're proposing to do. Let us work with you,
Right.
not against you. And that's what we do now. We want to argue. And do we have a problem? Well, hell yeah, we do. Can we do more? Well, all of us can do more.
Absolutely.
So for us to just dig in like that, look,
But it's education. You know, that's what it is.
And
It
what
comes
you-
down to educating.
And, you guys are really onto something because the general public just sees fighting, arguing, and fighting, and it's a lot of hyperbole, and honestly, on both ends, it's everyone
Really is.
basically distilling the arguments down to really basic talking points when there's so much more of a gray area. It's right. So for gun advocates, right, it's not so much about the gun. It's about freedom. It's about safety. It's about our civil rights, right? It's much more of these fundamental concepts that are just ingrained in who we are and what we believe. And then clearly on the anti-gun side, it's more about, it's just about, guns.
the gun.
Yeah,
Guns
guns
kill people.
kill people,
The gun, yeah.
period. And, it's right? When people get into a fearful mindset, right? When the emotion takes over, right? The logical conversation side just shuts down.
Right.
And so if we can come at the issue in a civilized way and respect each other's opinion, like I don't ever expect to agree 100%, right, with anybody who I'm talking with, but I want to surface the issues, have an educated perspective, and honestly, I know I have a lot to learn from anti-gunners, and like, where does their fear come from?
Me too.
What's their individual personal experience and perspective, around firearms that has resulted in them hating guns or disliking guns? Like, where does that come from? Because then we can find out how do we engage and all move forward together.
Right.
And the most important thing that we see coming from it even more, and what we hit on with CJ earlier, is so we have these open-minded conversations, and hopefully at the end we can walk away, and even if we agree to disagree, we can break bread and have a conversation. We might change one person. Heck, one person on our side might go now.
But what happens is you come away with a better understanding of
where
that
each side
other
is coming.
side.
Absolutely.
But then you take it to the next level, and this is where
At
like
the
Project,
very least, that's what you walk away.
you
with.
see like Project Appleseed and stuff. They're doing a great thing, but I don't think they're aggressive enough in terms of let's get down to the core of what it is. While we can get people that are supporting guns and get manufacturers to help support guns, let's go after the 50% of America who doesn't understand or is against it, and let's give them an opportunity. Let's, the USCCA is committed to help us with this, and 144 training facilities across the country. We have our own. Carl is turning his own land into a shooting facility, and what was it?
Sweet.
People come out.
Nice.
Well, y'all are laughing at the man thing of it. But I think we're missing the point that what it is now let's extend this invite. We're gonna have a barbecue. We're gonna have you come out. We're gonna have Chris Chang teaching you how to really shoot a gun and shoot it well. And
Top shot winner.
Exactly. Name drop.
Name drop. I know that.
Hey, Carl, you ever done anything?
I'm a hater.
Carl, you ever done anything sporting?
Are you famous for anything, Carl?
No.
But
No. Top shot.
But no. So let them come out and let them shoot.
Good is not bragging.
Like you said, you see people's hands shaking when they're shooting, and you see people. Let's give them an educated. Let's with people that are industry leaders. Let's put it in their hand with them standing next to them. And them shooting. At the end of the day, they still walk away.
This is awesome.
And go, this isn't for me. That's not for you. But you took the time and the open-mindedness to come and experience it, and for that, I will never argue with you again. And that's what we want. We want
Cut him off, Carl.
We want a safe atmosphere.
Carl's like, he's got something to say.
But you know what's neat about it? So if we start having this debate about that, and we start yelling, I hear nothing you're saying, because you're yelling at me and I'm yelling at you.
Right.
So we got nothing done.
So I want to know how you guys are going to accomplish that, because you know how passionate some of these
I got you.
gun grabbers are, and if you get them in a group, they'll have that mob mentality.
So we have a rule. We have one rule.
The mob mentality.
Here's the rule. We're a Southern gentleman, right?
Absolutely.
You go first. We will not interrupt you, or we will not cut you off, right? You just go right ahead. The only rule we have is when it's our turn, you go first.
Right.
When it's our turn, you will not interrupt or disrespect us. You will be ushered out.
And replaced with somebody else from your delegation. So you still have a voice.
You still have a voice.
But you're just not the person.
If you get in there yelling and whooping and hollering, look, I don't want no trouble.
Right.
But if trouble find you sometime, you got to go try to talk about it.
And most importantly, that applies to both sides. That applies to pro-Second Amendment.
I mean, there's very passionate Second Amendment
people
too.
The thing about it is,
it goes both ways.
To me, it is a privilege and an honor for me to have my firearm. Some people want to play the Second Amendment to the hip, right? Even me.
Yeah.
If I disrespect it.
Well, I agree. It is a right, and everyone can exercise that right if they so choose.
But it's a privilege.
But it's also a privilege, and it's a responsibility.
There you go.
That's the
it's
key.
The ultimate responsibility.
If you don't feel like you're responsible enough, then by all means, do not own a firearm, and that's perfectly okay.
But you
don't have to just because you have that Second Amendment right.
I was telling Adam, say, right now we got people just. No, I told Adam, we're doing it.
Yeah.
You're still talking about it, but we're starting to
do
it.
it. Yeah.
Look, we own the land already. I'm going to be building my own facility on my place in Louisiana. So now we're reaching out everywhere.
Yep.
And we're going to invite people there. We're going to feed them. We're going to invite them. We're going to teach them.
Well, that was going to be my next question: is what kind of format, or so you're just going to invite them out to like a range or something like that, or are you going to do like a neutral location?
Both.
We're gonna. This is gonna be across the country.
Steps.
This is gonna be across the country.
Yeah,
So
there'll be steps across the country.
You know, and obviously this is in its infantile stages. And what we're looking for now, the reason we're not out here going in door to door asking for money.
No.
Palmetto State Armory is going to put its money where its mouth is. Carl's putting his own money and time where his mouth is. Right. What we're looking for is support, and that could come in the effect of, hey, I am an instructor in, Bozeman, Montana, Texas, and I believe in what you're saying.
California.
And I have a range that we can use, and I'm in, and I want to be a part of this. So you know what? Right now, our website's still being built. It's not. It's in that info. But
Chris was looking for it earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think it's there, but yet.
But one of the things we could do right now, if you're interested in being a part of this, you can email us, and it's right now it says info@palmettostatearmory.com, just with the title AWCS and explaining what you're trying to do. Right. info@palmettostatearmory.com, and let us embrace it. We're still learning, and we don't think we have everything figured out. That's why we wanted you. That's why we probably should let Chris talk some.
Oh yeah, we have.
So, but we're excited about this. So we need the help, and we want the ideas.
And I think Chris comes at it. He's got the experience being with the diversity group with the Nssf that we were talking about. So I think he's going to bring a lot to the table for you guys and help you get going in that direction.
Yeah, I live in San Francisco, which is one of the most anti-gun, parts of the country.
That's one of the places I want to come to.
Yeah, exactly. And
Chicago.
I what you guys are doing makes me think about what I'm doing on the gay rights side of things.
Yeah.
So, I'm gay, and being in the industry and traveling the country, going to Middle America, going to the South, going to these parts of our country where, there's some people are, rightfully sometimes afraid to be gay, but I just go and I'm just myself. And ultimately, when you show people that, look, I'm just a guy, I'm just a normal American, I just want to live my life. Leave me alone. Let me have my guns. I'm just gonna, have fun. I want to exercise my Second Amendment rights.
Right.
I want to get married. I'm married to my husband. Leave me alone. Right. So I think there's a similar parallel with gun rights, right? When anti-gunners meet law-abiding, good gun owners and just learn that we're normal people, right? That we're not a danger to society. That's a bridge, right? These are bridges that we build through conversations.
You're knocking down the stereotypes that the media, and everybody the gun grabbers build up because they want to build this stereotypical image, so they wouldn't think that somebody like you would.
The media and a lot of groups are dividing, right? That's their attraction point, right? That they carve out divisions, they put labels on people and groups, and I am wholly convinced that we're all much more similar, right, than we give ourselves credit for, and we have these social paradigms that we layer onto our society, like they're the Asian people, they're the African American people, and the inner city and the rural people. It's like, look, people are people, right. And I've made more progress, having a round of drinks, right, with somebody. Just they're not even talking about guns, not even talking about gay rights or anything. Just
talk about
just
life.
hanging out, just
being people.
Yeah, just being people, and once you establish that rapport, whatever disagreements or misalignments that you may have with philosophies or opinions about stuff, right? Like you said, like you're saying earlier, you can agree to disagree, be respectful. I don't agree with everything that my friends or colleagues say or do, and that's fine. We all have different life experiences and perspectives.
Right.
The difference is, though, and like you said so eloquently, is I don't necessarily have to agree with you, but I can respect you. And that's what's the most important thing. You don't necessarily have to agree with my right to carry a firearm. You can think it shouldn't be a right. You can do that. But the moment you try to infringe on mine is the moment you're crossing a barrier that you ask every other American to respect on so many different platforms. Mm-hmm. That's when we just need to understand. It is that a good guy with a gun is the best deterrent for a bad guy with a gun. It's like that's why people are afraid to fly. There's so many flights that don't go down that the media sensationalizes it when it does. So people.
Carl, do you not like to fly?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I love flying. I love flying.
You're kind of like looking at him when you said flying.
He didn't know where I was
thought you were
going
talking
with it.
about him.
No,
Okay.
but you know what I mean? There's so many people that don't, because it's sensationalized. And that's the thing. There's so many good guys with guns that when there's one bad guy with a gun, the media grasps on it because it's a fact of the matter. It's a rarity.
And we all know that here. And it's like what you guys are doing with this organization here. Tell me the name of it again.
The American Way Conservation Society.
The American Way
Conservation. We're conserving. We're conserving
Society.
the American
I
way.
like that.
American Way Conserving.
What's the acronym?
AWCS. It'd probably be-
AWCS is what I'm going to call
It'd probably be the first letters of each of those words. I'm just going to throw that out
And you
there.
know why we say that? Because it's your American way. It's your way. Whatever
Right.
it is, don't infringe. And what I really like about this
Piers
is
Bronson, or whatever his name. What's the guy's name from the UK?
Piers Morgan.
Piers Morgan.
boy.
what I really like about
Not
it.
even your country.
He would love you, Chris.
It's going to be like a broad spectrum. And by the way, so to let you know, I was actually be the Grand Marshal at the big parade in Utah. Gay and lesbian.
Oh, for the Pride Parade.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
My brother-in-law married his partner, Ken and Dan. So it's
Wow.
dear to my heart. So to me, what I'm saying to you, I'm from the South.
Sure.
I'm gonna keep it clean, but I don't give a shit what you do.
Right.
That's your right. That's why we call it the American way.
Right.
You know, and to me, I welcome that because now everybody have a voice, and it don't really matter. I respect his rights and what he like to do, and vice versa. And when we talk to people, that's what our message is. It don't really matter.
You know, the golden rule always applies, doesn't it? You know,
Really
if
does.
you just live by the golden, treat others as you'd want them to treat you, everything would work itself out. But
Yep,
obviously,
indeed.
we know people don't, don't follow that or abide by that. They always want to impose their will. But I really like what you guys got going here. So, where are you going to kick this off? Are we at that point
We
yet?
just kicked this. Was
So
part of it.
you're helping us kick it off. We literally just went live.
Yeah.
We just went live.
Yeah.
upstairs.
We have today already. We were informed that the total number of people we've already reached today, just today, and this is obviously this number goes up with you, was over 5 million people in terms of the media outlets we've done already today.
Wow.
So we are
amazing.
We are adamantly going at it, and we are adamantly going at it with a passion. Like Carl said, I'm going to steal it from you. This isn't something that's sexy right now. This isn't something we're doing at SHOT Show to go, oh wow, PSA
Yeah,
and
look
Carl.
what we're doing. Yeah.
This is something. You know what? If nobody else goes with us, if
We do
Chris
it.
is too busy in here, we're going to keep going.
I already
And
told you I'm in.
you know what, Chris? If you're with Marty, I just think you're gonna get ADD, and next thing you know, you're gonna forget to book a room for SHOT Show to have your show.
So Marty's dragging me down. Marty's
Is
dragging
that-
me
is
down.
that-
guilty by
Dead weight.
association? Yeah. But no, absolutely. So I mean, we're excited, and you know, I asked Marty. I called him when we just started talking about this, and I told him about it. And Carl, I kind of let it slip that you were going to be here, and I said, who would
And
you?
I kept it under wraps.
I said, who would you recommend that would be a voice of this generation and a voice of this culture that could embrace it, and people could say, wow, they are really stepping outside. So many people, like you said, think that gun owners are a bunch of rednecks, backwoods, and the idea of somebody being gay would just make our heads explode.
Right.
But so when we hadn't even talked about who or what diversity, Chris, you were one of the first people he brought up. So, for him, he said, you have to talk to Chris.
I didn't even. I was like Chris Shank.
He said, absolutely. So, and I did my research on you, man, and you scare the hell out of me the way you can shoot a gun, so I wouldn't talk trash to you, even though I'm three times your size. Yeah,
I play nice.
Oh, no, you
But-
don't.
yeah.
No, it's no nice.
But no.
I like it when you play the music with your gun.
Yeah, musical targets.
Musical
Oh,
targets.
that's a
fun
Have you
set of
seen those?
videos.
That is awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. But I'm just excited, and we're going
This is
into
a great program.
But this
man.
is something we adamantly want to have at least some static, and actually our first event within the next couple of months. This isn't something we want to say in 2018. We're going.
No.
This is something we're ready, and we need venues. We need, we've got the media. Fox News says they're in CNNs and
Okay.
Sirius. We've got Dan Wells, Dan Weeks.
Wells, the Patriot Show. The
Not sure.
Sirius Radio.
Okay.
I'm
with you.
We've got Noirs in. I mean,
Go on.
yeah. So we've got all kinds of atmospheres that are going to embrace this from the places to the people, and we're just excited. But it's happening now.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm super excited to get involved and help out in any way I can. This is a very long overdue initiative, and it's super exciting to see many of us in the industry starting to really coalesce around this concept and move forward and less talking about it and actually doing it.
Yeah, and Chris, also, so you know, and vice versa. If you're doing something that we can help you with,
Exactly.
no, sir, it's not a one-way.
This
avenue.
isn't our one-horse show. We're not.
So if you're doing something, I'll show up. I'll
Awesome.
show up with you. Don't embarrass me.
Well, I can't. No guarantees there.
Pull some of your shots,
that.
Chris.
But what I'm saying,
We'll shoot some and then we'll play some basketball. So
Okay.
we'll balance things out.
but what we're doing is we're doing partnerships with
Awesome.
everybody. So if you're doing something somewhere, we're going to support that, and vice versa.
Our organization wants to work with any organization that is delivering the same message we are.
Yes.
So
We're in.
Leadheads, as you're listening to this show, if thoughts are coming to your mind, you've got questions, you've got ideas for these guys, again, Adam, tell them how they get in touch with you.
Info at palmettostatearmory.com. It's going to go to our customer service for now, but just put in the title AWCS so that we know it'll get sent to me personally. I guarantee you I'll be reading these personally. Carl will be reading these personally. We are passionate about this and we need help.
Or even better, just you guys know how to get in touch with me. It's talkingled@gmail.com. Our Facebook page, you can private message me if you want to, and I'll make sure that these guys get your information as well. So this is awesome, guys. I'm excited, and thank you so much. I'm honored that you thought of me to be a part of this.
No chance I'd have thought of anybody else, brother.
So Talking Lead is in 100%.
Thank you.
Carl, thank you.
And
Chris.
thank you for putting me in touch as well, Marty.
Absolutely. You're my bro, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Hell yeah.
We're excited to do this with you guys.
So I guess the only question is, what's next? You know what I mean? Let's go.
We're doing
Let's
it.
do
Yes,
it.
sir.
We're doing it. We're gonna pick the venue, and then we're gonna send out the invitations.
Fantastic. Well,
So
thank you,
that's
brother.
another thing. That's what I want to. I want to get some ideas on how we reach the other side. So Leadheads, creative ideas on how to reach out and get these people here, invite the other groups. So.
And see, and I say this to all the listeners out there, this is your time for a voice, a civilized voice, because it's going to benefit all of us,
Right.
not just the Leadheads, but everybody out there.
Everybody.
But we have a voice, and we're going to do our voice the right way. I told Adam a long time ago, the first group or companies that get together that extend the olive branch are the one that's going to be trailblazers. And that's going to be us. And all the Leadheads out there that listen to this, I did that for you. See
Yeah,
that?
so Carl Malone's
There you go.
That's a new bite. That's going to be a new intro to the show.
Nice
Yeah.
shout out.
Shout
Carl is now an official Leadhead.
Yes, I am.
You're probably one of the first Leadheads
look,
anyway.
I'm the North Louisiana chapter. Let me start that one down.
There we go. Let's
Nice.
do
We
that.
got it. So,
Let's do
good
it.
deal.
I'm down with that.
Thank you.
All
Your
right,
heart's
guys.
a pitter patter right now.
Let's.
It's already edited. Right now, he just put it.
Chris, real quick, give everybody your info where they can get in touch with you.
So I'm at topshotchris.com and on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, all at topshotchris.
Very good. All right,
Because
guys.
you want it. We
Because
understand.
I want it.
Chris.
Because he
Indeed.
won.
It's-
Who was that you beat out?
Well,
You're
so-
relevant. Yeah. So who knows?
Yeah,
Nobody
who?
remembers him.
Yeah, it's I won with a grenade launcher. I'll leave it at that.
Let me say this. When you're good, it's really not bragging, okay? So you're good. Look, he's so modest.
When you can back it up.
When
That's
you can
right.
bag it up.
Back it up. But back it up, Adam.
Love
No.
you, Adam.
Stop it.
I love you, Adam.
Guys, we'll be back with more coverage of the 2017 SHOT Show. Stay tuned.
That does it for another episode of the Nordic Components Talking Lead podcast. Thank you, Leadheads, for tuning in and listening. Now, I know a lot of you probably fast-forwarded to the end of the show since I said I was going to announce the winner at the end of the show. But I kind of mixed it up on you, threw you a little curveball. If you would have listened to the entire show, then you would know that I made the announcement somewhere during the show. So if you fast-forwarded to the very end here, hoping you might be the winner, well, you're going to have to go back and listen to the whole show because I'm not going to tell you where it's at. But the winner was announced, and the swag package is going to be awesome. Like I said, there's going to be a SOG knife in there. There's going to be some modern Spartan Systems products. There's going to be some awesome patches. Going to be a hat, maybe a t-shirt, maybe who knows. There's going to be some awesome stuff in there. So go back, listen, and if you did win, you are the winner. Shoot me an email at talkingled@gmail.com with your info. You got 2 weeks 2 weeks to claim your prize, and then I'm going to pick another winner. All right, guys, so that was some awesome interviews there with Shanon from Nordic Components, and then, of course, the huge interview that we had with Chris Chang, Carl Malone, and Adam at Palmetto State Armory. Adam, thank you so much for hosting that interview, buddy. We greatly appreciate it, and we're looking forward to doing more with those guys in the future. And, of course, the grassroots movement that they have started called the American Way Conservation Society, AWCS, is going to be awesome, and Talking Lead is honored to be a part of that. And we look forward to hearing from you lead heads on your input and suggestions with that. So make sure you tune in next episode. We're going to continue our interviews from SHOT Show. And like I said, there's some awesome ones there with legendary Ranger Gary O'Neill. He's got a book out called The American Warrior. So you're going to make sure you want to check that book out and read it as well. And then all the other people that I mentioned in the beginning of the show, I'm not going to go through them again. You guys heard who they were. So.
All right, Leadheads, we are bringing this 2017 SHOT Show to a close. And to help us ring it out, Shanon is going to help me with our little tagline here. So, as always, Leadheads, keep your loved ones close.
And your firearms closer.
Boom. And your NC-PCC even closer. Out.